What's going on, guys? Julian Sisman here from Prepare for Performance. Today we're going to go over some different when it comes to the training. I talk a lot about longevity, health, nutrition, hormones. Today I want to change it up a little bit and talk a little bit more about the front squat. So I think this is a great exercise for a lot of athletes and a lot of general population. I will say I prefer it over a back squat, just less load on the spine, a lot of quad build, a lot of core. The only issue that I see with it is the setup, because it can be very uncomfortable with the wrists. So I'm going to demo and show you how to set up 3 different variations to doing a front squat. So the first variation is, I'm gonna show from this direction. You're gonna get under the bar, you're gonna go straight so it sits on these little pockets on your shoulders. You're gonna let it sit there, you're gonna get your feet about parallel, push up into the bar, cross your hands and make sure that you grip the bar. Then you're gonna step out, spread your feet about shoulder width apart, keeping your elbows up instead of down so the bar doesn't drop. And then you're just gonna slow and control down and drive back up. Making sure that you are gripping the bar so you have control of the bar so the bar does not have control over you. The second way is the more difficult way. So you're going to come like so. And there's a few different ways you can prep your arms for this. You can do some work on a bench where you trying to get your lats in a good position. So you're going to drive your elbows into a bench. You're going to drive your elbows into a bench like this. Get your lats prep and then come back. You're going to drive your elbows into this, get your lats ready to get underneath the bar. The other issue is obviously having the flexibility and the mobility in your wrists to get under the bar. So I'll do some of these every once in a while to loosen up and be able to get this extension in my wrists so that when I get under the bar, so I take 2 fingers, I go quick under and have this flexibility, mobility in my wrists, get some extension, driving my elbows up. I know this is really uncomfortable because it's into your Adam's apple, right? Again, shoulder width apart, keeping your elbows up so they don't fall down, having control of the bar, slow and controlled, drive, sit, and push straight back up. The third and final way you're going to do this is you can get straps. Again, this is a little bit easier. This could be progression 2 if you have bad mobility and flexibility. So you're gonna take the strap, you're gonna slide it through on one side, like so, and then on the other side. And then you're going to start on the back like this, still about shoulder width apart, really making tight. Drive your elbows up. It's a little bit more comfortable on the wrists. Pushing your elbows up, pushing your arms to the ceiling, slow and controlled coming down, drive back up. This third way is a little bit easier on the wrists, a little bit, honestly, it's probably best for a lot of people. But again, this is a great exercise for people that want to stay away from back squat, get comfortable with maybe learning. If you're getting into Olympic lifting, the front squat and understanding how to rack the bar when you're doing a power clean, this can be a great way to start to learn. And I think overall it can be used for a lot of things like split squats, the front rack position. You can do reverse lunges, you can do step ups. So it's a very versatile position, gets you really strong in your core, anterior core, and less pressure on your back, spine, and you're gonna get a lot of quad work. You could also, if you have some bad mobility in your ankles, you could take one of these wedges and drive up, get on the wedge, so you can get a little bit lower and get more quad work, like so. It's a great simple wedge to get a unilateral double leg lower body exercise in. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, comment below. Hope to see you on the next video. Peace.